Elon Musk vows to sue George Soros NGOs. Elon Musk announced that X, formerly Twitter, plans to take legal action against organizations funded by financier George Soros. These organizations are accused of advocating for restriction on free speech. Musk, who purchased Twitter with the intent of preserving free speech, expressed agreement with investigative journalist Michael Shellenberger's viewpoint. Shellenberger claimed that George Soros-funded NGOs are falsely inflating the prevalence of hate incidents to justify curbing free expression. Politicians and George Soros-funded NGOs say hate incidents are rising, but they're not, Mr. Shellenberger wrote in his post. The data shows the opposite, higher than ever and rising levels of tolerance for minorities. The reason they're spreading hateful misinformation is to justify a draconian crackdown on free speech. In response to Shellenberger's post, Musk indicated his concurrence and vowed to initiate legal proceedings. Exactly, Mr. Musk wrote. X will be filing legal action to stop this. Can't wait for discovery to start, he said. Shellenberger shared an article by Irish journalist Ben Scallon to support his assertion. The article stated that NGOs supported by George Soros' Open Society Foundations are promoting a censorship agenda, quote unquote, in Ireland and Scotland, involving searches of homes and personal devices. Could you imagine that? Scallon's article did not specify the Soros-funded NGOs behind this alleged agenda. This detail was also omitted by Shellenberger and Musk. An additional information on this, Scallon's article highlighted that Irish leaders, including Justice Minister Helen McEntee, have asserted an increase in hate-based offences in Ireland. They referred to a report 29% rise in hate crimes in 2022 compared to the previous year. However, Scallon argued that a surge in reported these types of crimes does not necessarily indicate an actual increase in that. It's partly due to the low threshold for categorizing something as a hate offense, which requires minimal evidence beyond a person's claim. The journalist pointed out that Irish authorities have been encouraging this type of reporting for years, with the goal of increasing reported hate crimes. This effort might contribute to the reported uptick in these types of offenses. Scallon also cited research suggesting that contemporary individuals are more likely to label things as harmful than in the past, hinting at a broader cultural shift in defining such offenses. As a mixed-race Irish journalist, Scallon disputed the lack of substantial evidence supporting the claim of increased hate crimes in Ireland, particularly against migrants. He contended that the intensified focus on hate speech might be a pretext for implementing strict hate speech laws in Ireland. These laws would criminalize possessing hateful material, quote unquote, and penalize individuals for withholding device passwords from authorities. The proposed legislation, known as the Criminal Justice Incitement to Violence or Hatred and Hate Offences Bill 2022, has faced criticism for potentially curtailing free speech and shifting the burden of proof onto the accused. Irish Prime Minister Ms. McEntee has championed this measure, expressing frustration that Ireland lacks hate crime laws despite rising hate crime instances and public support for criminalization. It's hard to believe that despite increasing instances of hate crime and general support from the public to criminalize such acts, Ireland does not yet have such crime laws in place that would be one of the last countries in Europe to enact such legislation, she said in a speech in mid-June. And this is on Great Game India. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.